Welcome to the Dynasty YT. This is your King Shay speaking. In this episode of In the Mind, I want to specifically talk about team fighting. Team fighting is extremely important in League of Legends, and far too many times do I see in team fighting that people don't focus the right people, or people are always saying like, oh, go for the AD carry when you have a tank in front of you, which is going to be a problem, right? A lot of people fight like bronze and silvers. They try tunnel vision on the carries, when in reality you have to take care of the front line first in order to go on and deal with the next round. So as you can see, Amumu goes in, he stuns no one, and then we focus him because he's in front. He's in the front, and it's free damage on the guy. Fortunately, when MF gets hooked, Soraka does a really nice job of following up, not giving up on the situation. Even though he gets hooked, he comes in, flash silences, so there's no follow-up to that. Beautiful silence right here. Everyone else comes in, and then boom, kills him, keeps MF alive. So that's just a little taste of the team fighting in this game, where Amumu went in, he missed, we focus him, chunk him down, he's out of the fight, and now we can focus on the back line. So when team fighting happens, there's a ton of different ways team fighting can happen, right? You can look for picks. You're looking for the engage. You're looking for the encounter engage. Maybe you're just a team that peels a lot. Maybe you're the team that just goes all in, right? So there's a lot of different aspects of team fighting, and I think this game covers a lot of it. Now in this game, they have a Blitzcrank, and we have a really CC heavy team comp, right? So their team comp is mainly to focus on trying to get picks with the Blitzcrank, but this time he pulled the wrong target, right? He pulled onto Warwick, our tank. He's able to survive the burst, and because all the other people were focusing onto the Warwick, as you can see right here, look, see, they get a hook onto him, and then notice how like the Mumu tried to use his bandage shots on this guy. Gragas went in, but as soon as that happened, I flash and ult them, right? It gets a beautiful two-man stun. It's enough stun. You don't have to get this Ashe, because the front line is gone, and now we can worry about the Ashe later, right? So then Ashe gets cleaned up afterwards while their front line is just running away. There's nothing to protect him anymore, and now we come up. Even though Blitzcrank got a nice hook onto the Warwick, we were able to counter engage and then able to come out two for nothing. I feel like even though they have this kind of pick comp with Blitzcrank, they just don't have enough burst to be able to kill whoever they hook. So Gragas goes in with his belly slam, Amumi gets his bandage toss, but Warwick is still alive. So then they use a ton of CC to be able to get to Warwick, and they still don't kill him. Now we're able to counter engage. I get a nice ult, MF gets a nice ult, and then Lissandra is able to pick off the Ashe. So then I end up getting a triple kill off of one of their engages. Right? They weren't able to kill their pick, and therefore we were able to counter engage very nicely. All right, coming up, Blitzcrank's going to get a nice flash hook onto the Soraka, and they use a lot of CC on this guy. They use the Ashe ult, they use the belly slam, they use the Mumu bandage toss, and he's about to ult right here. But I can't focus the backline anymore, right? I have to continue to peel, even though they used a lot of CC on the guy, because they still had the Mumu ult. Let's say I walked toward the Ashe, right, and try to focus this guy. I would have gotten destroyed, right? I would have gotten barreled backwards right into the enemy team, and then maybe I would have stuck around into the Mumu ult. But instead, I peel back, wait for an opportunity to hit the Ashe without getting CC'd. And I see that Lissandra's about to go right here. Like, he misses his belly slam. Amumu uses bandage toss, and now I see a Lissandra going in, right? Now I can go onto the Ashe and ignore this front line, right? I kill the front. Now I kill the Ashe, and I'm able to safely deal damage to their front line. I don't want to tunnel onto Ashe so hard in the beginning. I just want to make sure that I can safely hit. I need to dish out DPS, but safely, not making sure that I don't get CC'd with the amount of CC they have. And then I ended up getting a quadra kill because just making sure that I hit the right targets at the right time. Now, coming up, it's going to be another pick onto Soraka. But the thing is, like I said before, even though they got Soraka, they used so much CC on this guy that they end up getting destroyed with our counter engage. So Lissandra goes in, I go in, MF gets a full channel ult. Lissandra is able to Lissandra, with the help of Warwick, was able to lock down the Ashe, and then we're able to follow up. So even though they got the pick on the Soraka, it's very difficult to start winning because of that. They don't have enough damage to just instantly blow them up and then peel, right? They're looking for a pick. but they can't get the pick fast enough, faster than our counter engage. So we were able to counter engage very well and get a 1-for-1. Okay, so Blitzcrank gets another hook onto the Soraka, but this time they're afraid of what happened last time. They don't go super hard on the Soraka and then just get bunched up together with our amazing CC. So they use a couple cooldowns onto them, and it's a very good job. But the thing is, Gragas is now just randomly here, and you can use a lot of CC onto him, right? We chunk him down for free, right? Now it's time to focus on Mumu. We can chunk him down for free, right? Because like the back line's super far away. We can easily just do damage to the front line. And then Warwick is a little bit too deep. I'm just waiting for an opportunity to go back in. And I see it right here. They all focus onto the Warwick. I go back in and then do a lot of DPS for that. I die for it. But MF is able to do a nice job of cleaning up right here. Lissandra was so close to having her ult. She was stunned a little bit too far. It's unfortunate where he wasn't able to get the ult off. And we kind of lose that fight. But it was a pick from Blitzcrank. They did a nice job of damaging Soraka, but not fully committing onto him, and that's why they won that team fight. They need to work the pick and not try to team fight us. And look how they got another pick with the TF, right? So this whole time, their job is to get the picks, but not fully commit to team fights, and make sure that they're able to get these like really quick kills or like chunk people out, but not commit to the fight. Okay, this next team fight is going to be a very good example of both teams peeling very, very well. So see how Amumu is going to go right here. He's going to get the heal baited, right? He's going to get heal baited and try to go for the Warwick. But we're all going to focus onto this Amumu because he's not that strong at the moment. So he gets CC'd before he can do anything while we're peeling back. So he gets chunked for free, right? We didn't do it. None of the damage was done to our back line, but then this front line is he's chunked. Now he has to flash out. Warwick is somehow still alive this whole time, and Gragas does a nice job of peeling away our team, right? Lissandra's not able to go back in because Gragas was able to peel with that really nice barrel, and they do a nice job of peeling away. So we trade we actually don't trade anyone because they do a really nice job of peeling, but unfortunately, like for this TF for some reason comes a little bit too far. He gets Lissandra ulted, and now it's game on. Now, because I have flash, now I'm looking for the opportunity to go back in where I'm at our Mumu's chunked, right? They don't have a TF, so now their only threat is this Ashe. So now we're just gonna fast forward with it. I see the opportunity, I flash, get the stun off, and able to kill him. I dodge like everything, and then MF goes in, kills, and then we clean up the fight. Next team fight, it was actually an initiation on our part. It was actually a poor initiation. So Warwick goes in for some reason. He thinks it's a good opportunity to go in right here, but it's not. So he goes in. Amumu does a nice job of peeling away, right? Making it so that we have to focus this guy. Because if we go too far and try to help Warwick out, it's just going to be bad. Like, we're going to get ulted by the Amumu. And then Gragas is going to be right there, and then it's just going to be, we're going to get hit by all sources. So instead, we try to peel back. Lissandra goes in a little bit too deep. They needed to blow him up immediately, but instead, he's able to get his Zanyas off, and then so he's able to survive long enough for us to kill the front line, and now we can move on to the back line, right? I didn't focus. I wasn't too worried about the Ashe or the TF. I just wanted to make sure that their front line was dead because their front line is pretty squishy at the moment. So without a front line, an AD carry is worthless. So we ended up killing their front line really quickly before our front line dies, and then I was able to get a triple kill. So they did a nice job of peeling away, but then their mistake was not destroying the Lissandra immediately before he could Zanyas, right? They needed to make sure they just killed him instantly, and then there's no threat. There's nothing that Ashe has to worry about. But instead, Lissandra was able to survive long enough for us to kill their front line and then move on to their back line. Now, at the moment, it's a 4v4, right? Lissandra is dead, and also Blitzcrank is dead. And right now, we see this Amumu so super far away, right? Like, we use a lot of CC on this guy, but he's not that strong at the moment. Like, look how chunked he has to get. Yes, he gets a nice ult, but where's the follow-up? He's already chunked, and now he has to run out of the fight. He's completely useless now, right? He used his ult, and now it was not even a good ult, and now he's completely out of the fight. Now, because he's chunked away, Gragas is just here for some reason, and now we can focus him. I don't focus their back line too hard because I know that their front line is going to die instantly. So the front line dies, and now I see an opportunity to go onto their back line, and he ends up dying, right? There's no front line pressure anymore, and then so I'm able to kill him. I ignore the Gragas because he's not really a threat. The TF is a threat now, and we're able to get the kill on him. So just rewind that right here. I didn't want to go too far away, like this way, into the brush, and then try to focus these guys, because let's say a Mumu saw me, right? He would come to me, right? Ult me, and now I'm getting hit by everyone, right? I'm getting hit by Ashe. I'm gonna get hit by TF. I'm gonna get hit by Gragas. I'm gonna get hit by Mumu, right? Because I'm gonna get ulted by him, and now I'm just a sitting duck. But instead, we peel back, destroy the Mumu, and then now see how their front line's so far away. They can't protect him. They can't follow up to that. And then now Gragas is caught. Amumu goes back in, we just kill him, and then I just flash, and boom. So now here comes the last team fight of the game. I noticed that TF is trying to get a lot of wild cards off. So this is my ping, right? My ping is to try to ping onto the TF. He's playing really far up, trying to get poke off. So I'm like, dude, get him right now. Dude, look at him. He's free damage right here, right? We can get him, and then we go onto him. We blow everything onto this guy, and that's one threat just already gone. And now I'm still peeling back. I don't get hit by the Mumu. I do my damage. I get exhausted right here, so then my burst isn't that much. But because their front line is already gone, TF was immediately picked off, right? The front line is now gone, and now we can focus onto the back line. Because the front line wasn't that strong. Like, they didn't have that, like, the way the Mumu built, he kind of built AP-ish, so then he died instantly to our burst. So the moral of the story is, like, the safest way to fight these team fights is to make sure to peel back. Look for an opportunity to go into the back line, but if you can't, you want to peel back, try to make sure that you're away from all the CC, and then try to chunk their front line out. And then without the front line, the 80 carries in the back aren't going to be able to do any DPS, right? There's nothing to protect them anymore. So hopefully you guys learned something in this video. It was a longer video because there's a lot of different ways to team fight. And this is just an ARAM. In 5s, there's so many different choke points, different ways you can fight. The map itself is just a puzzle in itself. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit of something about team fighting. Remember to check out my other videos. The links will be in the description below. Thank you guys for coming on Dynasty, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.